Welcome to Where There's a Will, There's a Play. My name's Ian, and for today's Solo Sunday, we are going to continue a series I started last summer, and then school year started, and things got busy, and haven't got back to it. And that is Cartographers, specifically Heroes. So I am going to finish off my Cartographers Heroes, or my Cartographers playthroughs, starting with Heroes and then jumping into map packs 4 through 6. And then at the end of this, I am going to rank my map packs for my collect my or rank my collection. So let's get down to the table and get a quick teach of cartographers as well as heroes, and then let's get going. All right, so we're all set down on the table. I've drawn my 4 scoring cards for A, B, C, and D. I have my deck of cards. These are the cards that came with heroes. You can mix them with base cartographers. I tend to keep them separate. I have my season cards. You'll see in heroes that summer has been rebalanced to be 7 points instead of 8. So it's 8, 7, 7, 6 instead of 8, 8, 7, 6. And then I have my ambushes that came with heroes, as well as the ambush pack 2 promo pack 2, which Thunderworks did provide for review purposes. So let's take a look at some of these ambushes. So one of the big things with the ambushes in heroes and in the second pack is they all have some special abilities. So when you place like this dragon inferno, when all spaces of the dragon are surrounded or destroyed, you gain 3 coins. This giant troll ravage. After scoring each session, destroy an empty space adjacent to the giant troll. So every one of these has a little extra. So the 4 that come with heroes are Dragon Inferno, Giant Troll Rage, um, Gorgon Gaze, and Zombie Plague. And then the 4 promo pack ones for the ambush promo pack 2 are the Naga Shock. Let's see. Then we've got the Fungoid Outbreak. We've got the Tree Folk Torment. And we've got the Basilisk Stare. So those are expansions. So I'm going to just shuffle these all in together, and hopefully we'll see some of those in play. I'll probably shuffle in between. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take one of these. I'm going to put them in the middle of the deck here, and I'll shuffle this in just a minute. And then we have our heroes. So once again, I have the base heroes. Let me see which ones are the base ones here. Okay, so with heroes, what they do is you draw a single space and then you cross off the marked spaces around them, and that can destroy the ambushes and help you out there with your ambushes a little bit. So that is how the heroes work, and the heroes can be rotated. So ambushes in the solo game cannot be rotated. Heroes can be rotated. So like this hero shows this, but I can do this in any direction. Um, so Ren the Lioness, Freyla the True, and let's see, which is the other base game one? Dobrik of Lorkheim. And then I have the Heroes expansion. I have everything available for cartographers, including the new, like I said, the new Ambush mini um, expansion and the Stone Spine mini expansion, which maybe I'll throw those in. Maybe I'll throw those in later. So then the the Heroes mini expansion has the Immortal Knight, Flex the Tyrant, Hazen the Mighty, and UV Two Hearts. So we're going to shuffle these up, and hopefully I can get them shuffled good. I'll probably shuffle in between each round. So each round, one villain or one ambush and one hero gets placed into the deck. And we're going to just give this a quick little shuffle here. not very many cards. So I try and grab like from the outside or the inside and kind of just drop them in my hand a little bit. Not 10 cards, and those go there. Now, for cartographers, what you are doing is you are trying to make the best map. So let's throw this under the green screen so we can kind of see it a little better. You're trying to complete the best map using these scoring cards. So what's going to happen is you're going to draw a card, place it face up, and then you're going to draw that shape along with that in a certain color. And in the first round, in the spring, you're scoring cards A and B, scoring cards A and B. So scoring card A is I get 7 points for each cluster of village spaces that has at least a 4x1 or 1x4 rectangle. So notice this has a 4x1 rectangle, so that one would score 7 points. For B, I've got earn 4 reputation stars for each column that contains an equal number of farm spaces and water spaces. So I want an equal number of farm and water spaces. Then C is earn 2 reputation stars for each forest space in the longest unbroken column. So you can see that one. Oh, that is not going to show up under there. So we'll go up here. Okay. And then D, Dwarven Holds, earn 7 reputation stars for each completed row or column or complete column of filled space that contains a mountain space. So I'm going to want to try and fill these rows and these columns that have the mountains in them. So, as I was saying, in the spring, I will score these two. In the fall, or in the summer, I will score these two. In the fall, I will score these two. And in the winter, I will score these two. So, as I'm playing, I'm trying to do several different things here. I am trying to figure out which ones are going to score me a lot. This is going to score me a lot. So I am going to try and build up to this by the end because this is going to score twice in the last 2 rounds. And I really want that. And I'm also going to try and score this because this is going to score in the last round. So I'm going to try and get these. I'm going to try and get this. This is going to be tough. I will probably try and get this right away as much as possible. We'll see how the cards come out. But there's always one card that I kind of ignore a little bit. So we'll see how this goes. So let's put this over here for now. And I'll pop it under the blue screen here, or the green screen here when I need to. I've got all my... I'm not a fancy artist with this, if you've watched any of my other cartographers playthroughs. But I do use... I'm a teacher, so I got lots of pens. So I got these different colored flare pens, and then I shade them in with colored pencil. I think that is very aesthetically pleasing, and that's what I'm going for here. All right, so let's start this off. So with this first one, oh, I like this first one. This first one is going to give me a good piece for this, and this scores 7 for each one. So I'm going to start, and I also know I need rows and columns around mountains. So I'm going to start right up here. This is kind of a tough space here. So I'm going to start right up here. I'm going to draw this village. Maybe. That pen doesn't want to work, so I'll grab another one. I said, I'm a teacher. I have a plethora of flare pens and ink pens. And yeah, if there's any teachers out there, I think you understand what I'm saying. And then I just like to shade these in, because I think it looks nice like that. And with the dark flare pen, it allows me to see the shapes a little better. And this has already given me 2 spots around this mountain. If I surround this mountain, I get an extra coin. So that was 2. Going for 8. Let's hope we get a lot of small ones here. Oh, a 1. Oh, a 0. Oh, I like that, because that allows me to get this right away. This now has a 4x1 rectangle, and I can kind of ignore this one for the rest of the way. So this already is scoring me 7 points in the first round and 7 points in the 4th round. So this right now is already 2 cards in, that's 14 points. In the solo game, let me just bring this out. In the solo game, what you do is at the end of the game, each one of these cards has a score here, and you have to subtract those points. So this first two cards have already offset this negative. This is going to subtract 14. I've added 14. So I kind of look at things that way as I'm playing. This one is an 18, a 16, and a 28. So I really want to try and get as many of these because I need to offset that. This 14 has already been offset, so I like that. Next, ooh, a 1. I like that. So with the water I need the same number of water and farm in columns and rows. I like this coin though. And we're going to go here. So we're going to do this. I'm going to draw this shape because it only puts one water in each of these. But this is going to do a lot for me. Since I drew this shape right here, I get a coin. And that coin is going to give me 1 point every round. So that coin right now is going to be worth 4 points. So let's shade that in. Let's make sure I grab my blue and not my purple, as I am prone to do. Okay, and because I completely surrounded this mountain, I get another coin. And I like to just kind of mark that with a brown pen to show that I got it. So now these two coins are worth 8 points. So already I'm 3 cards in. I have 14 points here total. I have 8 points here total. So I have 22 total points. If I could add quickly. All right. Ooh, another 1. Ooh, this is looking good right now for this round. Okay, so for forests, I want a long stretch of forests. I also need columns and rows. I like getting that coin. So what I'm going to do is I want to make sure that I get this filled. Well, I don't need that filled in though. I need this filled in. And this would help me here. I've got a mountain here and I've got a mountain here. So if I go here, that gives me 1 more in this and it gives me 2 in this row. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. Try not to give myself too many funky spaces. I am using this shape right here, so I do get another coin. So that is a lot of coins in the first round. That is a lot of coins in the first round. Those coins are now up to 12 total points for the game. If I was using the skills expansion, you can spend those coins to use skills, but I'm just doing base Cartographers Heroes without the skills. So, let's see. Give myself the coin for that. Don't get it. Okay. But I'm only up to 4, so this is a good looking round here. There is my first ambush. Okay. So let's see how this ambush works. So this ambush. When all spaces of the tree folk are surrounded or destroyed, draw 2 1x1 forest shapes in any unfilled spaces. So in the solo game, what you'll see is there is a square. There's a 2x2 grid in the upper corner. This tells me I need to start in the bottom right, which is not good because my map right now is in the top left. So I'm going to start in the bottom right, and then I'm going to follow this rotation around. And I'm going to find the first spot I can draw in, this shape. Now, with the ambushes, it has to be drawn in this orientation. So I like to put my ambushes down here so I see when I got them. So I got to start down here in the bottom right. I can draw it right here. Not great for me. What happened is every unfilled space around an ambush at the end of a round loses 1 point. So let me get this filled in, and I will look at this. Okay, so right now I have, and we'll talk a little bit more through this first round. Right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 spaces. So that is -4. Oh, and that green is actually green enough where it is clearing it out on that green. So I have -4. So I need to try and clear some of those in because that would be -4 every round. The good thing is it did put something by this mountain, so that's good. So, when all tree folk are surrounded or destroyed, draw 2 1x1 4 spaces in any unfilled space. Okay, so if I can get these surrounded right now in the next few turns, that's good. So this is 0, so that's nothing. So I'm still only at 4. So I've still got at least 2 more cards. Oh, look at that. Hazan the Mighty came up very next, which is huge for me because this is going to allow me to basically clear out almost all of these negatives here because I am going to draw Hazan right here. I'm going to put Hazan. Oh, and I like to put, let me just do this. Let me put these E's in here so I know what this was when it gets done. So each one of the ambushes has a little letter with them. So I can put Hazan here and I can get rid of those 2 spaces. These 2 things right here aren't going to do a whole lot, but I can get rid of both of these, which takes these 3 negatives and gets rid of them right away. So this was a really nice thing. And I'm just going to put an H here for Hazan. And then we're going to mark this off. And we're going to mark this off. So I put Hazan right here. And I was able to mark that and that using his shape. So his shape is this. So I can mark 2 here. I can mark 2 below it, but I'm not below it. I didn't need it. But what this does is because these 2 are destroyed, these are no longer negatives. So I just got rid of -3 on the very next card. I like to kind of put the heroes and ambushes in when I draw them. I kind of see where they are. And with those being the 2 scoring cards I'm using, I'll just put them up there. And I'm still only 4 cards in. I've drawn 6 cards, and I'm only halfway through spring. So this is one of those lucky rounds. A 2. Okay. I like this, though, because this gives me some more red. And I think... do I go for this right now? Because I could get... I could draw it kind of funky here. And I could get 16 points off of that yellow. That's not bad. So if I draw this yellow right here, like this column and this column right now would both have 1 blue, which gives me 4 points for each. That's 8 points, but it gives me 8 points in back-to-back rounds as long as I don't goof it up. This would give me 14. No, this is worth it. This is worth it because trying to go for this is not going to give me 7 points this round. I can guarantee these points for 2 rounds in a row. So I can guarantee these 2 points or these 2 columns for 2 rounds in a row, which is 16 points. I can't guarantee I'm going to get another red, and even if I did, that's only 14 points. So this was the smart move. Last card? Oh, a 1. So I'm only at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm going to get 1 more card, which is great. Okay. Okay. Well, now I wish I had done that because I could use this. Well, no. So let's see. What can I do here? Well, I think I want to use this down here because I can get a coin. So this card right here, I'm going to use this shape, which allows me to draw around something. So this is going to help me a lot because this is going to draw that, which completely surrounds the Tree Folk Torment. But let me color this in. I just realized I don't think this is the normal color I use for the farm at all. Nope, I usually have a different color. Well, we're not going to worry about it right now. That's visible enough. Okay, so this is completely surrounded this. But let me get my stuff first. So this gives me a coin. So that's another coin. That is 4 coins in the first round. That is 16 points off of coins, which offsets this. So I've already offset that, and this is already offset. So this is looking after round 1. I got pretty lucky. Like, I've got 3 of these cards almost completely like surrounded. Okay, so now what this allows me to do. So let's go back to this tree folk torment. Okay, when this all spaces of the tree folk are surrounded or destroyed, draw 2 1x1 forest spaces in any unfilled space. When all spaces of the tree folk are surrounded, so this was destroyed, these are surrounded. So everything is surrounded or destroyed. I get to draw 2 1x1 forest shapes in any unfilled spaces. Well, I know that I want this. Earn 2 reputation stars for each forest space in the longest unbroken column. Well, I've already got a column here, so we're gonna go. It's making this a little tricky, but because I don't have a scoring card that makes me fill in a square, I'm okay with this because this now gives me 5. Oh, I just realized I screwed this up. This is going to break it up. That's okay. This is going to be worth at least 10 points. This is worth 8. This is worth 16 points right now. I just realized I should have tried to get this in one of the 11 columns. I goofed that up. I was looking at other stuff, and that's okay. That's okay. I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Putting it in one of the columns that doesn't have a mountain could have possibly given me 11. This is going to be broken up by the mountain. Most I can get is 5, so most I can get is 10. 20 points is still 20 points. All right, and I'm still only at 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I get one more card. A 2. Ooh, that's a tough one. That is a tough one because it's blue and yellow. But I do have... Oh, no, there's not a good place to draw that, is there? There's not a good place to draw that. That is not going to score for me this round because it is a square. But knowing that I already have some yellow here and some yellow here, I'm going to do something I wouldn't normally do. I'm going to draw this in kind of a funky spot. Do I want to do that? If I draw it over here, I could possibly try and get... Oh, no, it's columns only. It's columns only. Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this. I was thinking rows. It's columns only, so I don't want it over here at all. So we're going to do this because I can get myself another coin. Wow, this is one of the best first rounds I think I've had in a long time. Well, I haven't played this on the tabletop for a while. So many good games out there. But trying to get out of my... As if you've watched the last couple of weeks, you've heard me talk about it. I'm kind of in a solo gaming funk. So to get out of that, it's been small games and rolling right, flipping right. So, all right. So what that does is that gives me this coin. I have 5 coins in the first round. That is worth 20 points. Okay. All right. I am now above 8, so my round is now over. So let's go to scoring. So let's put this over here so we can see a little bit better. Maybe. Oh, that yellow is kind of fading out. Okay, this is green. Okay, so this card earned 7 reputation stars for each cluster of village space that contains 4 spaces in a 4x1 or 1x4. This is a 4x1, so this is 7 points. Remember, I will get those 7 points again in the 4th round. This earned 4 reputations for each column that contains an equal number of farm spaces and water spaces. Well, this column has 1 of each. This column has 1 of each. So that is 4. That is 8. But I will score that again, hopefully next round, because I will try to make sure I don't have the same stuff there. I have 5 coins, and I have no negatives there. So this is a score of 20. Not a bad first round. Not a bad first round. That first round is higher than 3 of my minuses that I need to get rid of. And I'm scoring a lot of those things again. So let's see what we can do in the second round. So second round, we take our cards. We're going to take our ambush deck. Let's give it a little shuffle again. We're going to throw this in here. Then shuffle our hero deck. Got our heroes. Let's shuffle this into here. Give this a little shuffle. change our season to spring. You notice we only have 7 now. So last round we would have not gotten that last card, which actually helped us get this coin. Okay, so now we're still scoring the water and farm, but now we're scoring this forest. So, like I said, I kind of goofed that up. I was thinking the mountain only. I could have gotten a big forest possibly. That's okay. Let's try and get these mountains. Um, rows. So I got to remember that. So I got to work that quite a bit this round because that's going to be coming up next round, and I would like to have as many of those as possible. So hopefully we can get some good cards. Got everything in there. Let's see. A 2 with forest and field. Now the forest scores twice, but because I goofed it up, that's not going to be. It's going to be 4 total points if I put it in there. Now, I could try and come down here and see if I can get a longer forest, because we don't know what cards are going to come up. If I go over here, I could get this, which is 4 points. But I could maybe get more to get... This is tricky. This one's tricky. We're going to do this. And hope that I can maybe... I know that the forest will score me 2 more times, and this one only scores me 1 more time. But since I kind of goofed up that forest, now watch a whole bunch of forest cards come up this round and would give me more points. But we're going to go with this because it gives me this one now. So that gives me another one of those. So that's 4 more points guaranteed. This would have been 4 points guaranteed early on here. No. Okay. Cathra's Gate. So Cathra's Gates allows you to draw whatever shape you want. A 1x1 square, whatever color. And it's 0 points. Or it's 0 time or whatever it is. So I can put this in here now so that I have it. I think I want to do that. I kind of want to make sure I have this. Now I'm regretting not putting that green over here because I could have maybe built it. But okay. But I also want to get this column. So let's do this. Let's just get this right now. Let's get that right now. Let's guarantee that. Okay. Water. Water is a tricky one now. I need columns. So I need 3 here, but it would get rid of this. And I don't want to do that. Over here, what can I do? I can put, oh, we're going to put this shape over here. Because it gives me 2, oh shoot, no. I thought I had 2 yellows there. That's okay. It gives me another column. I'm going to have to work hard now to get this column. I just needed 1 more yellow before, now I need 2. And that could mess up the other stuff. So we will see what goes on here. I'm at 3, okay. UV 2 hearts. Oh. Not crazy about having the hero so early in a round. Oh, UV. UV, where do I want to put you? Well, I know there's going to be a villain that's... Well, I don't know where the other villains are going to start because I've mixed them. If you have just the ambushes from heroes, one will start in each of these 4 corners. But the expansion, the mini expansion, there's also one that starts in all 4 corners. So there's no guarantee that I'm going to have one that starts in the other 3 corners. I could have another one that starts here and 2 that start up here. Think maybe maximize him. Getting him after or before the ambush is out is not usually a good thing. I want to make sure that if I do get an ambush up here that I have it blocked. So we're going to put UV up here. So I'm just gonna put a Y for him. Okay, so we're gonna put him up there. And then we're gonna cross off this. So this spot is already blocked and oh, I didn't draw him over far enough. Oops. I wanted him here. So I got that corner blocked. Well, that wasn't good. I counted wrong. Oh, too late. I wanted him here. I wanted these two spots blocked off. Okay. Oh well. Too late for that. Frontier dwelling. How do I want to play this? The farm? The farm would mess too much up over here. Because I could get... No, because I can't get two here. The farm would mess up a lot over here. I could get this column, but I don't think it's worth it. I think it's worth putting in the red and trying to get some columns and rows working here. So, how do I want to do this? I want to get... We're going to do this in kind of a funky spot, but it's going to be the best spot to help out multiple things here. And so we are going to draw this. Ooh, that is risky. I want to draw it right here because that gives me 3 more in this row and 3 more in that column, but that is risky down here that I have to get something into this spot. Oh, let's do it here. Let's do it here. It's the same idea, but it is less risky. So let's put that there because that will give me... I know this column isn't really started yet, but it is a less risky move to go there. I guess I could have gone like over here or something, but it's a little less risky to go there. 2, 3, 4. Oh, if this is a 2, I'm done. Oh, it's a 1. Yes. Oh, that's an interesting one. So what do I need? I need 1 water or 1 field in this column. This one I need 2 fields. I can't draw that here because it would get rid of this column. I could draw this here. It would give me that column. I could draw this. I could draw this around this. It wouldn't give me this column, but it does give me this column. I'm going to do that. I'm going to get this coin. So I'm drawing this shape right here. This split one again. Because it gives me a coin, which is going to be 6 total points. But it also gives me this column. It gives me 2 more spaces around this mountain. And this column isn't going to, unless a single yellow comes up, this column isn't going to matter, but it doesn't mess up my other columns. And it gives me some points here. Okay. This is the other reason that I use multicolored pens is I mark them down here so that I know what I marked. And so I know I did get that coin because I couldn't remember. But I'm only at 6, so I'm going to get 1 more card. I'm getting a little lucky on that. Ooh. A settlement. I like that. That can give me... I don't know if I want it here, though. What am I scoring this one? I'm scoring that. I'm scoring that. Okay, so this is just for the future. I like that card. I really like that card. Because it gives me a possibility of getting another area of 4x1 in this round, and also possibly helping me here next round. So I got to be a little strategic about where I place this. Down here. Because it gives me another one there, gives me another one in there. Up here wouldn't be bad. But then it kind of takes it. Oh, what about this? No, I can't do that. I can't get 4 in a row without getting some luck there. That'd be a nice spot though. I think right here. It gives me. Okay, so I want to draw this like this. I want to draw this shape. I'm foregoing that coin because I'm hoping. Oh, actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we're gonna draw it like this. Oh, but I want that. Oh, I can triple up on this though. Okay, I'm gonna do this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I gotta redraw this a little bit here. So I'm crossing that off. All right. And I'm at 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I'm done. So let's go to scoring in this round here. So we're scoring the columns. So this column has the same number. This column has the same number. This column has 1 of each. This column has 2 of each. This column has 2 of each. This column is not. So I've got 1 column, 2 columns, 3 columns, 4 columns, 5 columns. So that is now up to 20 points. I like that. Then we're scoring this. Well, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 10 points. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 coins. I've got 0 ambush penalties, so that's 36. These are good numbers. These are good numbers, that's for sure. Okay. All right, so this goes back in now. The second ambush did not come up, which means now when I take one of these ambushes, there's now going to be 2 ambushes in this deck, which means there is a good chance that 2 ambushes come out. We'll slide that in there. Here's our heroes. Right, so we got all of our heroes here. Oopsie. I'm going to shuffle that up. I'm going to put this in here. Give this a little shuffle. Okay, now we're scoring the trees again. I'm going to actually completely ignore trees if I can. My focus is this. My focus is getting some columns because each column in each row scores me 7 points. So I need to fill in some of these columns and rows. And it's going to be a little tricky in some of them, but my focus is this and this. I'm going to ignore this for this round. I've got 10 points here. I'm fine with that. This is my focus. The water and the river and the farm don't mean anything anymore, so I don't have to worry about having the same number in the columns, so I can draw those anywhere, so that is nice. This I'm going to ignore. My only focus is columns and rows and reds, and that is it for this round. So I'm ignoring the trees as far as making columns. I'm putting them for this. Okay, I'm in the fall. 7 again. Let's see what we get. And we get an ambush right away again. Okay, so you see this ambush? Let's go up here with it. See this ambush? Nagashock. So, after drawing Nagashock, draw 2 or destroy 2 water spaces. Oh, thankfully this came out late. The water spaces don't mean anything to me. They're still filled though. So you notice though I have to start in the upper left and I have to go clockwise around the board to figure out where to put her. So the first spot, so I'm going to start here. The first spot, I can't draw her there. So I can draw her here, of course. UV is doing absolutely nothing now to protect me against her. So now I've got, I mean, it did go in this column with the mountain, so that's nice. Or this row with the mountain. But I now have some negatives, which I have been able to luckily avoid so far. I like the solo mode in Cartographers with the ambushes because it feels like you're trying to offset something the game is doing against you. In the multiplayer mode, I'm not a mean player. I don't like. I've talked about this before. I don't like screwing people over on their maps, and with the ambushes, you have to. Let me do this first. I have to destroy 2 water spaces, so we're just going to put an X on these 2. They still count as filled spaces, and I don't need the water. So the water is fine. I don't like to screw people over, but I also feel like if you're not screwing people over, you're not playing right. So, I don't know. So you can see Tree Folk Torment had an E in it. That is the expansion. The base ones that come with Heroes do not have a letter, but I'm just going to put an N in here just so I know what I drew here. Okay. All right, let's see what comes up next. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that a lot, actually. I like that a lot for a lot of reasons. Either I can get myself some good things here, which might be worth it. I know I could get this, but I need to get these columns. And this column is close and that row is close. So we are going to draw in this red shape here. And I'm not scoring the red this round. So it gives me another spot where maybe I can get some more red. But what this is doing is this is allowing me to get rid of 3 negative spaces, which is needed. It also gets me really close. It gets me a lot closer to a row and a column. And since I'm only looking at the rows and columns, that is good. And it's only 1. So, okay, once again, I'm not worried about what color these are. It doesn't matter what color I draw these. I'm worried only about the shape and where I can put them to maximize what I need. And I see a perfect spot for this. I see an absolutely perfect spot for this. So oh wait, I am scared. Oh yeah, I'm not worried about it, so I don't even care. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna draw this in here. So we're gonna draw that. Let me get that shaded in. That was a great shape. And I get a coin. I surrounded this mountain. So this is going to be another 2 points. Because 1 point in this fall and 1 point in the winter. And then what I did was I filled in this column. And I'm only 1 spot away from this row. Surprisingly enough, and I bet as soon as I say this is going to come up, none of the temples have come up. So if you haven't seen Cartographers before, you see some of these spaces that have temples. There are 2 cards in here, maybe 3, that have ruins on them. If one of those comes up, you're required to draw your next shape in that space. So, okay, I'm 3 in. Let's see what I get. Oh, Kethra's Gates? Do I go here and get that row right now? Because there's no guarantee that I'm going to get something. I'm going to go right there. I'm going to get that row right now because that is going to be 14 points. And there's no guarantee that I have. Oh, let's put some different colors in here. There's no guarantee that I get a shape that goes in here. So I am going to put this here because I'm going to guarantee the points. Something I don't always do. Sometimes I play a little risky in this one. It's got a little push your luck as to where you put things. But I'm going to guarantee that because that's 14 points. Okay. That was a nice card to come. A 1. Oh, see, that would have went in there. So the blue doesn't matter. So now I'm looking at rows and columns. Where can I get myself? So that row is done. I'm going to mark this. That row is done. This column is done. Oh, this column is almost done. I just realized I gave myself a really tricky spot here. 2, 3, 4. I've got at least 2 cards left. So I'm gonna hedge my bets here. I'm gonna bet that I have at least something I can put in these 4 spots. But do I draw this? Because that could potentially give me 2 rows. This gives me a coin, but this could potentially give me 2 rows. I'm going to take the space. I need the rows and columns, so I'm going to forego at this point in the 3rd round, in the 3rd season. I'm going to forego those coins if I can, because I need to fill in as many spaces as possible. And this has now given me, hopefully with, so I'm only at 4, so I have at least 2 cards left I'm going to draw because I'm going up to 7. So this is giving me a great chance to get both of these rows, maybe even this column. We will see. Oh, this single I might have wanted to put up there. Oh, Dragon Inferno. Dragon Inferno starts down here. Dragon Inferno starts down here. He can actually go in there. It says, when all spaces of the dragon are surrounded or destroyed, gain 3 coins. Well, he's going to go down here because he starts in the bottom left. So you can see Dragon Inferno starts in the bottom left. So I can draw that shape in the bottom left. But it actually kind of helps me. Maybe? It's gotten this space a little tricky. So what am I drawing here? I'm drawing this. But it has given me a lot of space in these 2 rows without taking any of my time. So it has not taken any of my time away. So I like that. I like that it has not taken my time. So, okay. I'm still at 4, so I still got 2 cards left. Flex the Tyrant. Oh, this is an interesting one. I mean, going here doesn't make sense. As much as I would love to do that, we're going to just go right here. We're going to put Plex right here. We're going to put Plex right here. Or I could go there. I could flip him. I could flip him. But I want that space open. I want that. This is a really weird space in here. And I don't want to constrict myself to this because I know there's a square out there that I could put there. So we're going to put Plex here. May not be the most optimal spot, but it destroys this. It protects that. It does get rid of a couple of ambush spots. So these spaces here are safe now, which is nice. So this ambush is almost, oopsie. Wrong color. Do we got an eraser? I got 5,000 pens. I was like, I gotta have a pencil with an eraser. The thing is, it destroyed this, so these two are safe and these two. So I've only got 2 negatives here. So when all spaces of dragon are surrounded or destroyed, I gain 3 coins. Let's hope I can get that done this round. I'm still at 4, which is crazy that I've filled all of this in with 4. Okay. There we go. Oh, look at that. There is the square that I was hoping for. I knew it was in there. That could not have been any better. If I had put Plex up here, I would not have been able to put that square there. This has been the perfect piece for so many reasons. Let's get this shaded in. So this square now has given me this row. So I'm just going to mark this off and know that I have that row. But it is also, oh, nope, I'm not complete. I got one more space here. Oh, I thought he was gone. Thought he was in. But that has helped me a lot. It's also given me a lot of spot in this column. And so here we go. This is going to be the last card. Woodland Crosslands. Okay. We're going to go with red because red does score. And I like that piece right here. It's giving me some really weird spaces for round 4. But I like... Oh, no. Ooh. Oh, that's the only space I can draw it. Shoot. I have to draw it. That's the only spot. But I don't have to draw it in... Yes. Which means I can't give... It's going to connect these 2 reds, which is going to make this just one big red. So I can't get points for both of those. but it does cover up one of the ambush spaces next to Naga Shock. So that's good. Okay, I am at 8 now, so I'm above the 7. So let's go to scoring on this. I think this should be another decent round of scoring. Okay, so the column for the greens, I've got 5, so that's 10 points again. Now, every row and every column with a mountain that's completely filled. Like I said, we have that one. We have that one right now. And I have this one. So I got 3. So that's 21 points. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 coins. I do have some space. Now this space isn't destroyed. So this is -1 and this is -2. So what do I got? 20, 30, 38, 36. Still a really good score. And I think next round I'm going to get a pretty good score as well. Okay, all of my ambushes, all of my heroes are out. So I'm going to grab from the ambush deck. Let's shuffle this. Let's get an ambush in here. Put the ambush in there. Let's grab from the heroes deck. Put a hero in here. Let's see, let's shuffle a little bit. I might be able to do those extra cards. Yeah, it's a little hard to do an actual shuffle with so few cards. But we'll just do this. Grab some of those. We are on to winter, which is the final season. We only get 6, so this round could be over very, very quickly. If we get a bunch of 2s, this round's going to be over in 3 cards, so fingers crossed we don't. And a 2 right away. All right, once again, color doesn't matter, so this is all about shape. What do we have here? This could give me some good stuff. I don't know that column. Can't put it down here. Doesn't help. We can't put it over here. So I think right here is actually probably a really good spot. So let's do this and this right here. Color that in. Let's hope I can get something. I'm hoping for, I think there's a 2x1 red somewhere. I would really like that so I could get another red here. Otherwise, I've only got 2 because this now, unfortunately, is one big thing. This, though, has left me only 1 space away. I've got 2 spaces there. This column, this shape is in there. We will see. Oh, maybe I should have. Oh, I didn't notice that. I should have put that there. Okay. Freyla the True. All right, Freyla the True. Got an interesting dilemma here with Freyla. I could put Freyla here and destroy this. But if I put Freyla here, or put Freyla here, it gives me a roller column. And I think that is the smarter move. I think this is going to be easier to get something in than this. So we're just going to put Freyla right here. I'm just going to destroy it. It doesn't matter. I'm not worried about that. There is an ambush in there. That ambush I'm not sure is going to be able to be drawn. And if not, I will talk about that. But this has given me now another row. So this is another 7 points. So we're going to mark off this row so that I remember I have that row. So I just do Freyla in there. And it allowed me to get myself a row. That is a piece that I was hoping for because it's got a single and I need a single right here to get this column. So let's do that. And let's get that coin. Oh, this is going to be big. So I get this coin. Okay, let's do this one step at a time. Let's draw this in. I got the coin. I marked the coin. Let's shade it in. I'm going to mark that I have this column now, just so I remember. But I have now surrounded or destroyed every space for the Dragon Inferno. I'm going to put a little D in here so that I know that this was Dragon Inferno, which gives me 3 coins. So that not only gave me a column, but that gave me 4 total coins. Okay, and it's only 1. Okay, so I have 2 more cards now. That getting a 1 was huge. I've got at least 2 more cards. Oh, into 0? Yes! That's what I'm talking about. Where do I need it? Where do I need it? So here would help me here. Here would help me here. There are some pieces that can go in here. I've got at least 2 more cards. Here, I would need that. I think I'm going to go here because it's going to get rid of... And let's just go... What color do I have up there? We're just going to go with this. We're going to do this up here. So we're going to draw it in right here because it does a couple things for me. It gives me... It gets rid of this last space around Nagashock, which means there's no more negative right there. Then it leaves this only 1 space away, and I kind of like that because I know there's a few shapes that can get in here, and I think this shape was going to be easier. I mean, this shape and this shape are the same, but I think it was going to be easier than trying to get... I guess it wouldn't have done much here with only 1 square. So putting it up here, hopefully it gives me that. Hopefully I can get that. You guys seeing this? Look at that. Look at that. That is a thing of beauty. That gives me so much. This gives me this shape right here in farmland or in village, which is going to give me a 4x1 rectangle in this cluster. So that's going to be good points. So it gives me a 4x1 cluster in this. So that's going to give me 7 points. It has also given me this column. That's going to give me 7 points. And let's just add the bonus point in here for this coin. Wow. Okay, I got 1 card left. There's nothing that's going to allow me to score anything. So this is really just to draw it for drawing things. And actually, look, this is perfect. Okay, so I can't draw this shape. And when you can't draw a shape, you draw a single 1x1 shape. Let me double check. Of any color. Let me just double check. I haven't played for a little while. I believe it's any color. If a player cannot legally draw any available shape, they must instead draw a 1x1 square anywhere on the map and fill it with any terrain type, excluding mountains. So, is there any 1x1 space? Yes, there is. We're just going to draw this right here because it's going to give me that coin, and these are points. So, I got this coin. I'm not sure I've ever surrounded all 5 mountains before, honestly. All right, let's put this under the green screen, and let's go to scoring. Oh, we got lots of green on there now. That's messing up with it, but that's okay. So, we are scoring rows and columns that are filled with the mountain. This... Oh, shoot. Oh, no. Oh, I didn't notice that. Oh, I did not notice that I could have put that right there and gotten that row. That would have been 7 points instead of 1. Man. Well, that was a blunder. I totally didn't notice that. I didn't think I had a spot. I should have taken my time a little more. Oh well, my bad. I'm not going to try and say I didn't do that because I did. I could have put it right there. That would have been 7 points. But I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, I got a column here. I got a column here. I got a column here. I got a row here, and a row here, and I messed that up. Still, 6 times 7 is 42. Not too worried about it. 7 more points would have been nice, though. And then I get 7 points for every village cluster that has at least a 1x4 or 4x1. So we got this one from the beginning. We got this one now, which has got So this is, I mean, it's more than 4x1, but it's got 4x1 in it, and this has got 4x1. I believe you can go higher because this is still 4x1. So that's 21 coins. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 coins. And then I've got 0 here. So 40, 60, 70, 75, 76. Ooh. Okay. So what do we got? We got 100, 130, 150, and 18. Yeah, 168. But here we got 28. Let's see. We got 30, 50, 60, 76. 7 points would have, nope, it would not have cleared 100. So we got 92. 92 points. 160 minus 70 is 90, and 8 minus, yeah. All right, so 92 points. That was Cartographers Heroes with the Ambush promo pack 2 and the Heroes promo pack as well. Yeah, let me know if you've played Cartographers Heroes and what you think about it. Let me know what you think about Cartographers in general. If you enjoy the game, if you enjoy it more solo or multiplayer, if you've played both. Once again, this has been Where There's a Wheels, There's a Way. My name's Ian, and I'll see you next time at the table.